So the first video of today will be a shorter update on Logan Paul and the Pearl situation. Everyone on Twitter, Instagram, is going crazy at Logan Paul. In my previous video, I already discussed that Logan Paul rehomed Pearl, and therefore the pig was actually abandoned by someone else, another farmer or someone else he gave it to. Well, we have an update on what actually happened from Logan Paul. First of all, we sent an email to Gentle Barn, who took Pearl in, and said this: "Dear Gentle Barn, it was just brought to my attention that a pig I owned nearly 2 years ago, Pearl, was rescued and rehomed by your organization. With every ounce of gratitude I have, thank you. Pearl lived very happily at my home in Encino for about 2 years. She was treated like the princess she is, bathed regularly, ate a variety of healthy meals, roamed the yard, and had a shelter and pen of her own. I'd even sleep with her sometimes. You'll come to find she's a very friendly pig and loves to cuddle. When I moved to Puerto Rico in April of 2020, she was unable to come with me, so she was rehomed at a horse ranch in Santa Clarita. From my understanding, she lived fruitfully there for about 10 months until that homeowner moved as well. Pearl was then rehomed to the farmer across the street with the promise of care. I've heard that he called your organization to pick her up. It's shocking and heartbreaking to hear the state she was found. I wanted to reach out personally and say thank you for taking her in. For what it's worth, I'd love to send a token of my gratitude to your organization for taking Pearl in and doing something so kind. I thought she was at a good home, but regardless, she is now, and I'd like to contribute to her care again. I can't thank you enough for stepping in. Please let me know how else I can be supportive. Best, Logs. Logs. He keeps using logs. You're not a pile of timber, mate." So clearly there, the whole story is he rehomed Pearl at a ranch somewhere that he thought and seemed very nice for her to live again. People were getting at Logan for not rehoming her properly. However, it does seem to be the case that he did, and the second owner moved out and then had to rehome Pearl again, but Logan didn't know that this happened. So I understand as well people bring up Logan's history with his other pets. However, this situation, it seemed Logan did try his best to do what was right. Probably shouldn't have got the pig in the first place, to be honest. If you're going to move around the country, if your lifestyle's sporadic like Logan's, probably isn't the best idea to get a pig. But other than that, he did try to rehome it. Logan also tweeted out, "Pearl was rehomed to an amazing ranch that I visited in Santa Clarita. When I moved to Puerto Rico, I was unable to bring her to the island. She lived there happily for 10 months before the owner sold the ranch. She was rehomed without my knowledge to the farmer across the street. As far as I know, the farmer called the Gentle Barn to pick her up and denies there was a second pig. Pearl was transferred alone. This was an incredibly heartbreaking situation. I had Pearl for 2 years. I am beyond thankful to the Gentle Barn for taking her in and will do whatever I need to aid in Pearl's care." So Logan Paul seems to be doing the right thing here, offering to help with Pearl's care, resources, obviously it probably involves some money. Whatever it is, Logan Paul seems to be doing the right thing in this situation involving Pearl. There's a lot of narrative going around on Twitter and other socials that he himself abandoned the pig. That is simply untrue. I think the most you could get mad about with Logan in this situation is why on earth did he get a pig in the first place. Other than that, it seems like everything else he did pretty okay. But yeah, that was a quick update on that situation. I thought I'd get out there, get Logan's side across as well, since we reported on the story. I have a big video on Jake Paul coming out today as well about all his crazy crypto scams, so be sure to refresh the channel, get notifications on, and subscribe. This shit is crazy, and even worse than Logan Paul. So comment below, helps the algorithm. What do you think about Logan Paul and Pearl? Subscribe if you're new and want the Jake Paul video. Like the video if you enjoyed and you want the Jake Paul video. And until next time, fuck off.